I wonder if Francis is lonesome, too.
Alice.
No. I've been dreaming about him, Dean.
Well, I suppose that's natural.
He's always trying to tell me something. It's so vague. But he's lost. And he wants me so.
You're morbid tonight.
No, I'm not, Dean. I thought I was getting over missing Francis, Dean. But I'll never get over it. Thought I'd forget him. But I can't forget him.
You must forget him, dear.
No, I won't forget him. He's my husband. I love him. I love him.
Alice, dear, you mustn't know.
Oh, Dean. I want him so. You've never lost anyone, Dean. You don't know how it is. And now, these last few weeks, I know how Francis wants me.
You're not being rational, Alice.
But I love him, Dean. Oh, isn't there some way?
No, Alice, please.
No, I mean it. Dean, listen.
Well?
Francis had so many books. Wouldn't there be something in one of them that might tell me how to bring Francis back to me?
Alice.
Or some way I could find him, Dean.
Alice, sit down and stop this.
Dean.
Well?
Dean, do you love me?
You know I do.
I'll never marry you.
I hope that someday...
No. It's a sacrilege to think it even. I'm Francis' wife. I'll be Francis' wife forever. Forever and ever.
Oh, darling.
No, wait. Dean, as surely as I'm sitting here, I swear to you I'll always love Francis.
Yes.
And I can't live without him.
What do you mean by that?
I've thought about it. I've thought about it until my head hurts. You think I'm losing my mind, don't you?
No.
Dean, I won't marry you.
Yes, you said that.
But do you want to earn my everlasting gratitude? And Francis' gratitude, too.
I don't understand you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I won't do it.
Dean, listen. If I kill myself, that'll be a sin, won't it?
Yes.
And I won't go to heaven and be with Francis,
No.
will I? Then will you do it?
Alice, you've lost your mind.
No.
I
said you loved me. Then prove it. Give me back to Francis.
That's a great story, Dean. That's a great story.
Yes, it is. Isn't it?
It's not the story you told when they arrested you.
No.
So you shot her because she asked you to.
No.
What do you mean?
I went away from the house that night. I was very disturbed. Sleep? I couldn't sleep. About 3 a.m, I telephoned her. We talked for a long time. She was much calmer. She agreed that she'd been very foolish. And we'd talk it over again later in the day. I took 2 bromides and slept till noon. And then in the afternoon, she telephoned me and woke me up. Come over right away, she said. Come over now. Hurry. When I came in, she was holding a book. She seemed perfectly calm, but had obviously been crying for a long time. She was exhausted. What's happened, Alice? I asked. What's the matter?
Sit down, Dean.
What is it? What's that book?
It's one of Francis' books from his reference library.
Oh?
Dean, when you left last night, I got to thinking some more about what I'd said first. That maybe there was something in one of Francis' books that would tell me how to bring us together again.
Alice, I thought...
Be still. I went in there, and I looked at a lot of books. Some of them I couldn't understand. But I found one. I found this one.
What is it?
Dean, You murdered Francis.
I what?
You murdered his soul.
Alice, what are you talking about?
Do you remember the flower from his grave?
Why, yes. Yes, of course.
Look at the book.
Dictionary of Superstitions and Mythology. Bonnager, Paris, 1927. Well, what about it?
Page 101. I've marked it. Read it.
Flowers. If a flower be plucked from a grave that afterwards thrown away, the place where the flower falls will be haunted. Alice, what is this?
It's true, Dean.
It's superstition, for heaven's sake.
It's true.
Oh, now, come now.
It's true.
How do you know?
Because I went out to the cemetery road. And I went to the elm tree where you threw the flower away almost a year ago.
You went... When did you go out there?
This morning. While it was still dark.
This morning?
And it's true. I know. Francis is there. Chained to that spot forever and ever. Oh, Dean, what are we going to do? We did it, you and I. What are we going to do?
And what did you do?
I did what I thought best.
You mean to say you believe in a stupid superstition? You mean you murdered the woman because of...
I came out here to this tree with Alice, Mr. Thorpe.
You did?
And I knew Francis was here, too. He's here now. You saw him, didn't you? The man you thought was waiting for the bus.
Here, where are you going?
I threw away a flower from his grave here a year ago. Now, here's your flower, Alice. I've kept my promise, dear. Alice and Francis together now. Forever.
You don't believe that.
Listen.
The title of today's Quiet Please story is The Evening and the Morning. It was written and directed by Willis Cooper. Ernest Chappell was the man who spoke to you.
Dan Bess Johnson played Alice. Martin Lawrence was Mr. Thorpe. As usual, music for Quiet Please is by Albert Berman. Now, for a word about next week, our writer-director, Willis Cooper.
Thank you for listening to Quiet Please. For next week, I have a story which I call One for the Book.
And so, until next week at the same time, I am quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.